Alright folks, it is a beautiful day here in Wasilla, Alaska. Dylan and I are gonna go pick up our sander from the shop. They've done a load of work to it, more work than I thought it needed, but it's all factory issues, and so I'm gonna see if we can have Nick talk about that. And yeah, let's go meet Dylan up at the shop. Coffee time. Awesome. I have one, but nah, I'm all good. It'll be okay. I'll forget and lose it. Whoa. Let's not spill the coffee. Oh God. So good. There's a helicopter right up there. Okay, ready? We got Dylan here.
Hi.
We're gonna go grab the sander from Jewel Equipment. Apparently it was majorly fucked up. Oh, I sent you the invoice. Dude,
Yeah, you told me.
our sander was severely fucked up, and we'll have Nick talk about it. Oh, he's on the phone.
Health business.
It's going good. We're staying busy. How about you?
Today, when we're short two people,
It's good to see you. So, what's up with that truck that was driving by?
a lot of people said that they seen them around stealing stuff. That somebody saw them unloading a motorcycle
Oh,
on Wassy, that motorcycle,
Yeah,
and then
on
three
the back of
cops.
his truck.
He called the cops, and three of them got it.
okay. Well,
So
glad we got him.
you don't drive around the block. They go up there to the church parking lot, look, and then you come up to this front corner. You back up to look again, and you go up to this. Back up 3 times and forward looking. They come down here, slow roll us. Stop over here. They go over there and stop, and when one of Brett's guys came out, he saw him,
Right.
and the guy hauled ass.
Oh,
So that's not normal.
that's suspect.
Yeah.
I'd call that pretty suspect. See, so we need, oh, they don't even have it here. We need the one that has the detached neck, so we can put on the cutter.
Yeah.
They have them at, I've got a cart set up at Home Depot. I honestly think we're gonna try out the Echo blower too. I have one in the cart. It's $400 at, yeah, it's a pretty good deal. It's not bad. We have the 350, I think. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. My brother bought one of these, but it's too, like, we don't need that. It's too big. Oh, these are the Echo ones. These are the bigger ones, though. $700 for that big guy. We just don't need it that big.
You guys getting busy now that all the snow's out?
Oh yeah, it's time. I mean, I've decided to turn my phone on to personal mode on the weekends because I get so many quote requests over the weekend that I'm like, I can't respond. I've got to make my weekend. Otherwise, yeah, it's a bad day.
Otherwise, you don't have a weekend.
Right, exactly. Your weekend just goes down the drain because you're tending to customers, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I'd rather spend time with the family, hang out.
Say wife, kids might get a little bit mad.
Exactly, yeah.
So, what would you guys charge at a 5,000 square foot front yard that needs to be spring done?
You need a spring cleanup. Where are you at?
KGB, mile 7.
Okay, so that's before settlers, right? Or is that okay?
4 settlers after mine.
I think our standard right now is like 300 is like our base price.
Would you include it?
So we don't dethatch. We don't do any of that. I think most of the lawn care companies that dethatch, if they don't have a stand-on dethatcher, they're kind of a joke.
Yeah, we did that once. Yeah, it was a joke.
Yeah, they come in with the fake little power rake and they run over your lawn one
I
time.
didn't get that. Someone had to walk behind more with a detaching blade.
Yeah, that's a joke. If you're not getting like a stand-on dethatcher, you're not dethatching, which is why we don't, because it's like, well, we haven't yet, because a stand-on dethatcher is what, $17,000? Right. Well, and the thing is like we've seen a need for dethatching more than aerating, but the aerating is so much cheaper and easier for us to do as a business that we offer that more. Our spring cleanup is pretty standard. We use our vacuum bagger and we just pick up all the leaves. We'll walk around, pick up the sticks and stuff, and then we do like a final mow on the yard. Our cleanup's like basic.
No, you're no good for me then.
Right.
I picked up the leaves last year, and I just got to pick up sticks yesterday. So
Exactly. For us, it's we're for the people that just don't want to get out there at all, and there's so many people that do. I mean, I think we've got 40 cleanups on the books, which is nuts. But then again, we have like the minimum. We have a minimum price that we have to hit, and so it's sweet. Would you mind giving us the rundown for the YouTube video?
I sure can.
Perfect. I brought a spare mic for you.
Oh wow.
We're legit.
Nice.
We're professional.
Oh wow.
Yeah. See, like that. There's the door for you.
Thanks.
Sweet.
It's a problem that's been going on these spreaders.
Okay.
Unbeknownst to us.
Right.
When you bought it.
Okay.
And it.
That's why it's warranty work.
Exactly. It's a huge service bulletin, and it got brought to our attention. We just thought it was like, okay. So what it is they manufactured the gearbox wrong.
Okay.
And there's this big gearbox assembly. And there's a bunch of gears that are meshed together
Right.
with a dowel pin inside of it.
Okay.
And that dowel pin breaks.
Oh.
So then you get gears that aren't connected to
aren't
it.
aligned right. Yeah.
So their fix to it was, instead of pulling the gearbox apart, pulling those gears apart and replacing a dowel pin, it's a complete electric motor and gearbox replacement.
Oh, and so they have a new style, I would assume, or is it the
it's
same
an
one?
updated style.
Okay, I was gonna say, well, it wouldn't make sense to put the same one in.
It's not the exact same replacement.
Sweet, and then you got those grease zerks. That looks great.
Yeah, so we removed all the grease lines, just put 90-degree zerks on every one of them.
Perfect.
One in the front.
That one is you can't get right.
It's gonna be a pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll have to like take your cover off a little bit to get your actual connector on there.
That's easy.
And then
You saw my screwdriver. We're good.
Yeah. Then my car mechanic, you've got that normal kind of what they call a wiper.
Yeah.
That goes from the tub to your chain.
The rubber thing, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
That was still in place.
Okay.
That wasn't missing. So what we think it was, is there was a gap above that wiper.
Okay.
It's the only gap out here that would
allow that to
make
spill.
material fall out.
Gotcha.
So, the other thing I would super duper recommend is lifting this thing up.
Right.
And
putting it on some wood.
If it's going to be staying on this truck, like you're not going to be using this truck for anything else,
right.
I would just bolt it straight to the bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do it raised.
Yeah, because this material is like, once it gets wet, it just turns into like concrete.
Rock.
And we were like chipping away at it to get it into there.
Roger that. Did you end up taking it off? Or did you end up leaving? Okay.
No, yeah, we left it on.
Cool. My plan was
to get everything into there to do that wiper. We had to kind of like scrape at it with scrapers.
Roger that.
But yeah, other than that, it was just this entire rear kind of assembly comes off.
Okay.
And then we split the chain. The chain.
Yeah, it looks brand new.
It's completely new.
That's super nice.
So the chain itself, when these things are new, it's super easy to do.
Right.
But once it already has a season of use, everything's kind of rusted.
Already beat up. Yeah.
Froze up. So.
Fair enough. Cool, but everything else was good as for the sander itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
And you can kind of see that grease circuit in there.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be able to get.
Oh, no, that's easy.
So,
cool. Sweet.
And then, so I was talking about that vibrator.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd recommend because that's a 400-pound vibrator.
Yeah, that thing. So when we cleaned this out at my grandpa's property, I mean, it took us 5 minutes without the vibrator. We were just chipping away, and then we turned that sucker on, and the whole truck was.
Yeah. When it's
crazy.
empty, it's loud.
Yeah.
It's powerful.
Yeah.
But
so you don't think I would need a second one?
I would not recommend it. No. Yeah, it'd probably rattle itself to death.
Rattle the bolts off.
If it was on there.
That's awesome.
But yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah. I mean, so far it's been working well for us. We haven't had very many issues other than that, and.
Salt Dog makes good products. It's just every now. I mean, anything that you mass produce in any large kind of circumstance, especially
breaks.
if it's a gearbox that they're not even producing.
Right.
I think you're kind of bound to have some kind of recall at some point.
Right. I mean, just like a truck, right?
It's not every single one. So like we've got sanders out there. I mean, how many? We've sold hundreds of these sanders.
Yeah.
It's not a problem until it's a problem.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well, and running rock through them is harder on them than running actual
yeah,
salt
it's a salt dog.
Yeah, it's for salt.
Salt.
Exactly. So running rock like everybody does up here,
Yeah.
it doesn't, it's not helpful, but
That's why we have such a big problem with those helixes.
right?
So the SnowX, that's what they did. SnowX was bought by Douglas Dynamics for their spreader technology.
Okay.
And then they bought out Blizzard snow plows.
Right.
They made SnowX plows from plows, and then they always had their spreader division. But that is one thing they've done right for so long. Those helixes, if you're not running salt,
You will fuck them up.
they just don't work. They clog, they jam.
Gotcha.
There's too much weight on that. It's because it's not an auger; it's a corkscrew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so you're trying to corkscrew rocks. Rocks probably getting stuck in the little cracks.
Rocks way heavier than salt.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we've got 4 of them over there
that are.
doing nothing. I won't sell them to people. I was straight up.
Yeah, well, you told me when I came here, I was like, well, what about those? Those are 4-yard. And you were like, don't do it.
Yeah.
It's bad. So, I mean, I just took your word for it and was like, because you knew what we were going to do with this. I mean, pretty much.
I mean, you didn't have any problems with it.
No, we never had an issue.
There's a service bulletin. If it's got this sticker, replace it.
Right. Well, and, like I said, every guy up here runs rock through these, and that's just how it is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen.
I would try and figure out how to put like a cover over your material,
What do you mean?
like keeping it dry instead of.
Oh, yeah. No, our plan this next year, I want to get one of those canvas tents, because we have a skid steer, so, I mean, I can just drive in and pick it up. We had it covered with tarps, but you know how that goes, the wind and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, I agree. Yeah, our goal would be to do that and maybe get...
Where are you getting your gravel?
We went to AAA. We took Hogate's advice and went to AAA. And, I mean, it was good. The deal was good. The sizing seemed nice all year. We never got anything too big. But then again, it's like you said, when it gets wet...
It's got a lot of fines in it.
Yeah, when it gets wet, you get, these crusties. Yeah. So, I
As
don't
long
know.
as it works.
Yeah, I mean, we spent $1,600 on material and we made $20,000. So... And then 10,000. So paid for the sander, and we made 10 grand on top
Now
of
you gotta
it.
buy a
I just met with the owner of Signature Paving, and they do landscaping. They're big boys.
What's his name? Ted?
Tim Strage or Shredge or something like that. He's a really cool guy.
Oh, he's super nice.
Yeah, he bought the shop next door to mine. And so I actually texted him on Facebook and was like, hey, dude, I saw you guys bought the shop next door. I'd love to meet with you and just chat, right? Mm-hmm. And he actually showed up at my shop on a Saturday. I was watching golf. And he was like, hey, man, good to see you. He talked to me for like an hour.
He's running business out of there?
Yeah, so yeah, he's, because they do Target, Lowe's, I think they might do Home Depot, I could be wrong.
Oh, you're right.
But I know they do Lowe's, and I think the only reason they do those out here is because they have the Anchorage contracts. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of, do one, you got to do them all type deal. But he was super cool, and I kind of told him, like, we've got the Sears contract, which is going to be Sadler's, and he was like, you should buy a Case 521. I think it's a 521G is what he was talking about, the 26,000 pound loader. And I was like, man, I don't know if I want to drop that much for like a $5,000 a month contract, but I don't know. He knows his stuff though, that's for sure. So.
Oh, he's definitely
been in it
a super long time.
Yeah, I think they've got 30 or 40 employees in the peak seasons, and then they do the paving in the summer. So, but I since we aren't necessarily competitors in the summer side of things, I figured I might as well meet with him. So, I appreciate it, Nick. Yeah. If you guys need anything, come to Jewel Equipment. Nick's the guy. Only talk to him. Don't talk to anybody else. Just talk to him. So, perfect. Sweet. Got Dylan in the old sander there. We're just gonna back up past him a little bit. That way you can turn out of here. Let me get 5 on the diesel. we're pulling into Sunbelt Rentals. We just have to make a quick pit stop here. I want to get a price for renting a street sweeper, or not a street sweeper, but just like a sweeper attachment for a skid steer. Our wonderful friends over at Goodwill gave us a call, and they want us to sweep their parking lot, which not necessarily something we do, but not something I'm not opposed to doing either. So we'll go in, see if they can get us a price. I don't even know how to get into here. This place is whack. Oh, this side. That makes sense. We'll get a price on what it costs to rent one, make sure it attaches to my skid steer. Well, that's our pricing, $250 a day, $675 for a week. And it's the same thing that Nick was showing us at Jewel, which, did you get that on video? I don't remember. I don't remember. If not, whatever. But, okay, so they're tiny. God, that would take a long, it's this guy. That would take a long time. Well, that seems simple enough. I think that would attach to Bob's skid steer. It's got these wide brackets here. Sweeper, bucket, model. Let me take a picture of this. Okay, cool. Anyways, well, we got a lot of things done today. We picked up the sander. I think we're gonna have to rent this guy, and we need to go quote Goodwill's parking lot, basically. So we'll quote him on an hourly rate to bring this and the skid steer out there and just get it all taken care of. Well, so I got some numbers back. I'm not sure how much you guys paid last year, but I just ran quick math. It would take us about like 60 passes to do that with the sweeper attachment that I found. I think you'd be looking around, I'm gonna say a round number, and I'm not exactly sure, and I could probably give you a range, because I think it'll take us between 4 and 8 hours. I'm not sure.
Holy, really? That much?
Yeah, so the sweeper...
That's a lot of sand. Oh.
It is a lot of sand, plus we've got to haul the loads back and forth too, so once we fill up our trailer, we got to get rid of them. Definitely OSHA approved over there, huh? Standing on top of the bucket. Well, boys, that was a good day. We got a lot of shit done. Kind of a shorter style video. I don't have a lot of context in this other than, you know, we met with Nick. Dylan and I just got the price for renting that sweeper attachment. We just got quotes sent out. Well, we're gonna get quotes sent out to Goodwill and to Mattress Firm. That way we can make some money on sweeping. And so that'll put some money in our pockets and help pay for the mower, which I'm excited about. Absolutely. Puts me in a little bit less of a stressful situation. I can pay Dylan's paycheck next week. Or, well, that's tomorrow, actually. Shit, I gotta do payroll. Anyways, though, Dylan, I appreciate all of your help. Of course. Always greatly appreciated. And we're gonna go into the office, get some work done. And, yeah. Well, if you enjoyed the video, you tell them, Dylan. Tell them what to do.
Like, subscribe, share, and all that stuff.
Hell yeah. Well, y'all have a good day. See ya.